This video will help you to integrate RegisterBlast with Canvas. RegisterBlast is the software that the SCCC Testing Center uses to schedule testing. Instructors will need to submit their tests using this software if they want to use the testing center to give paper or Canvas tests. It is a lot more efficient for scheduling both with instructors and students, allowing the testing center to focus on proctoring students. After instructors get to know this program, they will find that it is easy to use and that they spend less time managing makeup and early testing. I'm logged into Canvas. The first step is to enable RegisterBlast. Go to Settings, and then we go to Navigation. I'm going to see Schedule Testing, and I'm going to enable it by moving it up. Then I click the Save button. I do this for each class. I go back to my hamburger menu of the class and I see Schedule Testing. If you have a test that you want to schedule, click on that link to schedule a test. If you've scheduled tests, you will see all of the tests from the current semester there. If not, click on the plus sign and give it a name and select the class. If you have more than one classes enabled, all of them will pop up here. Choose the start and end dates. You can also specify times, but keep in mind that if you choose only 1 or 2 days or specific times, your students may not be able to find a time that both they and the testing center are available. Remember that testing is only available for students with an appointment, and during busy times of the year, the testing center will be fully booked. If I have a student with approved accommodations, it automatically recognizes that when they register. If my test is 50 minutes long, a student with time and a half accommodations would automatically get 75 minutes. So the test time is the amount of time that you're giving normally for the test. If I have a paper pencil test, I can upload a submission here. You can also bring copies by the testing center for students if you would like. Remember, we can't give a test that we don't have. So if you're giving a paper test and you started it today, make sure that you go to the testing center soon, because once you submit the exam and it is approved, students will start to be able to register for it. If it's a paper test, instructors will instruct the testing center what to do with the test when they are complete. If it's a Canvas test, you'll put in the password. I fill out other information too. All students using the testing center must show identification before testing. Instructors are allowed to say which types of IDs are acceptable. For all tests, there is information about what students are allowed to use with the test. If you have specifications on what type of notes or calculators are allowed, for example, I might want to put that information in the notes. I can upload an exam roster, or I can put in my students in the class that need to take the test. If I only need 2 students, I just type in their SCCC email addresses. When I start typing, if they have ever taken a test in the testing center, their email will come up. If I'm allowing the entire class to test, I don't have to put anything here because the whole class will be able to register. If I'm only testing 2 students, I could also leave this blank, but that means that the entire class can register for the exam and possibly retake it. If I try to submit this request and I don't fill it out completely, it will give me an error message. I can go and fill out the parts that I need and click Submit. It is now submitted but still unapproved. After the testing center receives it, they will look through it and make sure that they don't have any questions. If everything looks good, they will approve it. At that point, your students will be able to register for it through the Schedule Testing link in Canvas. Most students don't have problems registering for a test, but there is a video that will guide students on how to schedule testing if needed. RegisterBlast will email students confirmation when they schedule, but will not contact students who have been added to an exam roster. Instructors should tell students who need to schedule a test to schedule one. If you have any questions, we are more than happy to help. We can even walk instructors through this process the first time. Thanks for watching.